This is a smart podium, the ideal product for a lecture theatre or any teaching room where you want to interact with content and make your lessons and lectures more engaging and lively. One of the things I might want to do in a lecture situation is create a diagram or an illustration, and I can do that very easily with the smart podium simply by hitting this button here, which will launch Smart Notebook software. And once Smart Notebook software is loaded, I've got a white page where I can begin making my annotations. This lecture is all about semiotics, so I'm going to begin by selecting a pen tool and writing the title, Semiotics. When I've written anything on notebook software, I can actually select the item and use the built-in handwriting recognition tool to turn it into typewritten text. I'm going to continue the lecture by explaining what's meant by the concept of a sign. So I'm going to select another colour here and write the word sign. And I'm then going to explain that that's comprises of a signifier and a signified. This time I'm able to use the mouse select tool to select all of those items and recognise all of the text. Now I can start to build my diagram up in a little bit more detail. So I can use a tool like the shape tool to create a circle and draw my line across, and then I can start to drag the elements of my diagram in to create the effect that I'm looking for. I can also resize and rotate items, so if I click on this and drag it, I can make it larger, and I can also rotate it around. Another handy feature is the group feature. So I can select all of these items, I can hit the drop down box and group them together. Now I have a single diagram that can be moved around the page and resized as needed. So my lecture is beginning to take shape. This may actually be a useful diagram, however, something which I may want to use in subsequent lectures. Smart Notebook software has an ideal tool for saving this called My Content within the Gallery tab. So if I open the Gallery tab, I'm actually able to open my content and drag the diagram into there. So if I'm on another page and I want to refer back to that diagram, I can simply drag onto the page. At the end of the lecture, the students are going to want to have the material that I created. And Notebook has two solutions for this. I can save as a notebook file and share with them, and I can also export as a PDF file. That file can go onto the virtual learning platform so they can have easy access to the content of my lecture. Your lecture content may already be in the form of a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, but the great thing about Smart Podium is you can still use the interactivity even from within PowerPoint. So here's my PowerPoint file. I'm going to go into present mode, and you can see that I have a very handy tool that allows me to move through the slides, and really exciting, I can actually use the pen tools within PowerPoint. So if I want to emphasise a particular point, I can draw this straight on to the PowerPoint slide. When I finish the show, another exciting thing is that I have the choice to actually make that ink a permanent part of the PowerPoint presentation. So if I insert yes there, the material is inserted straight into the PowerPoint slide, and that can be saved and given to the students. So in conclusion, the Smart Podium is the ideal product for the lecture theatre or teaching room, allowing you to bring interactivity straight to the heart of your materials and really engage your learners.